This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, Padre fans, and welcome to your Padres Postcast and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. It looks to me like we're getting the dog days of summer over with before Memorial Day. Now, as a kid growing up in New England, it was Memorial Day to Labor Day. The boats went in the water, all the summer fun started. You know, you're living in a warm weather place like San Diego all year long. It's beautiful. It's not quite the same, but in a great military city. Incredible weekend like Memorial Day coming up, but the Padres going to be out of town, going to be in Atlanta, and they have got to find themselves somewhere, man. This team is really struggling. The moves that are made are all wrong, and everything that could go wrong is going wrong. They're still not hitting except for one guy, and they lost again today. Make it 6 in a row for the Blue Jays, or for the Padres, rather, as the Blue Jays sweep them. 7-6 the final today, and 11 innings. I'm here to break it down. Jim Grieshaber, call me Gries, G-R-I-E-S, at Jim Gies _ on social media. Thanking you profusely for being here. We love you guys. Obviously, you're the reason we do this. 220-plus shows, millions and millions of you, and we love it. But, man, oh, man, make no mistake about it, the Padres are struggling right now. Thank you for making us your first watch or listen every day. Myself and Javier Reyes with Locked On Padres Podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. And we are talking YouTube. We are talking Roku. We're talking Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeart, you name it. We are there, and we are free. All right, real quick, come on in. Say what's up. Talk to your boy in the comments. Also, hey, why not? Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, also so you get alerts when we're coming your way with more content. It's Padres Postcast, the Locked On Podcast Network, 7-6 Jays and 11. Jim Grieshaber, call me Gries. Let's go.
This is what you'll be talking about.
And I'm going to lead with the Sheets, man, right there. Look at Gavin Sheets following that home run trajectory. He gave the Padres a 2-0 lead with his first home run of the game. He tied the game at 4 with his second home run of the game. And yes, they were both 2-run shots. Jackson Merrill on base both times. He had a couple hits and a walk. Good sign for Merrill to be snapping out of it. Manny Machado, again, not coming through with runners in scoring position. Not to just single Manny out. It's been that way all the way across the board for the Padres. They were 0 for their last 39 with runners in scoring position until, Luis Ariz tied the game, or gave them the lead, actually, in the 10th inning with the automatic runner, and then Gavin Sheets gave him the lead again in the 11th. He hit 2 2-run homers, one to give him the early 2-0 lead, one to tie it at 4, and then the single to give them the lead. Would have been a perfect story. He wins the game. It's the Gavin game. Going, Gavin. All the headlines were there, right? 3 Sheets for the win. I had them all. And what do? They blow it again. Questionable decisions by Mike Schilt, Ruben Niebla. When you start to lose like they are, you start to press. And we talked about it yesterday, right? The Dodgers losing 2, the Giants losing 2, the Diamondbacks were only 6-4 in their last 10. Giants were 5-5, Dodgers 4-6, while the Padres were 3-7. Huge break as you're losing and you can't find yourself and you're struggling. But signs today, with action Jackson Merrill snapping out of it a little bit, at least so far. And then, of course, with Gavin Sheets, and what an unbelievable job by him today with the 2 homers and that hit to give them the lead. But nonetheless, they're not able to get the job done. Again, we're going to get into some of the questionable managerial decisions, but first, some technicalities here for you. You know what I mean? Just the stuff we got to get to day in and day out. And look at this. The Padres got 2 in the 9th, 1 in the 10th, 1 in the 11th. The Jays 1 in the 10th, 2 in the 11th. Toronto scored 2 in the 3rd and 2 in the 4th. And, of course, San Diego had the 2-run homer from Sheets in the 2nd to take the early lead. It was 7-6 Toronto. They out-hit the Padres 12-8. San Diego with another error. It was on Sheets playing first base. They don't have a first baseman. They don't have a left fielder. So, again, no first baseman, no left fielder, no power bat in the middle of the lineup, no lefty starter, no lefty in the bullpen, and you're trying to compete with the Dodgers? You think you're going to beat the Dodgers with this team, San Diego? I'll take that bet with every single one of you, individually or collectively. We'll do it on FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? So that is not a bet you're going to win. Not with this team, not as constructed. And I'm sensing a little bit of that that tightness from the manager, Mike Schilt, and Ruben Niebla, the pitching coach. I've talked lately the past few days about the scouting reports, the first pitch homers that are being hit by dead red fastball hitters, and you're grooving them fastballs. That's not reading the scouting report. It took them like 5 games to figure that out. I don't know if they were watching us or not, but that's the way it's going. And I'll tell you this, one thing more, okay? In tonight's game, and I'm going to get to it in a minute because we talked about Sheets. We talked about his day that he's having. We talked about, you know, the way that they should have won this game and the ways that they could have and should have won this game. And I do not understand for the life of me a couple of the moves that he made in this game. Number one, not keeping Robert Suarez in the game. And number two, moving the infield in with runners on first and third, man. With runners on first and third, no force at home. You got a double play with 1 out. What the hell are you doing? The game-winning hit goes right where the shortstop should have been. Easy double play ball. Mike Schilt, it's called a 6-4-3. I can't understand, for the life of me, why you would take yourself out of double play depth. You want to play in at the corners? Dope. Do it. In at the corners, I get it. You got a shot to throw them out at home. You're not throwing them out at home anyway unless you get a bullet hit right at somebody. You're really, I mean, I remember Joe Torre doing it in the World Series, and Luis Gonzalez got the weakest hit of his season to win the World Series. I am not a fan of bringing the infield in, especially first and third, 1 out. What are you doing? What are you doing? The ball's hit right where the shortstop would have been. Right there. Just shameful. Shameful. And then to not keep Suarez in. Not to keep him in. You know, he pitched an inning. He battled back after allowing a leadoff single that scored the free runner. You know, the ghost man, like we called him when we were kids. But it's trash, man. It's trash to see this over and over again. And look, when you're not winning, the moves you make, right, it doesn't work out. So I'm sure Mike Schilt would say, yeah, if I'd have left him back, that it wouldn't have panned out and made it that way. But I've been a baseball guy my whole life, and I really just, for the life of me, can't understand. I mean, and I'm texting with Javier Reyes. Shout out Javi. By the way, he's got the throat thing. Probably going to be out all week, hoping to make his return on Monday is what he told me. So bear with him. He's not feeling well, under the weather, got a throat thing going on. I've offered to do fill-in shows, but I think the powers that be at the network have said, no, we're just going to let the week ride out and do the postcast. So whatever it is, I'm here, but it's out of my hands. So please just wish Javi well and hope that he gets back soon. But again, look, the Padres score 6 runs today. It's 3 more than they had scored in their previous 5 games. So maybe they're getting off the schneid a little bit, but the Jays just played them well this weekend. They really played them well. And the way that this game went today, the Padres took the 2-0 lead. The Jays scored 2. Then they scored 2 more, take the 4-2 lead. Sheets ties it up with the homer. And then all of a sudden, nobody can get anybody out in extra innings. But why don't you leave Suarez in there? He had a low pitch count. He was coming on strong toward the end of the inning. I know he had the meltdown against Anaheim. He had pitched one other time since then. And it's like, bro, what the hell are you doing? And I wonder sometimes, and this happens all the time in baseball, you just overmanage the situation. You micromanage it too much. Why is the infield in there, man? First and third, 1 out. Bottom of the 11th, you bring the infield in. Why? Why, Mike Schilt, is the infield in? Double play ball, perfectly hit. And instead of the game being over, what happens? What happens? I mean, I'm not asking you. It's a rhetorical question. It's just ridiculous. I got to be honest with you. I thought that was just a really bad move by Schilt. A really bad move. And I don't want to rip the manager, but you've seen so many times leadoff homers from dead red fastball hitters who sit on the first pitch and you're not fixing it. You know, read the scouting reports, get it right, get it done. I mean, this team has major aspirations. This team thinks it can compete with the Dodgers. I don't know how. The Dodgers have Shohei, Mookie, and Freeman, 3 MVP. You got Fernando, and he's not hitting right now. Manny and Merrill, there's maybe, I would say I would love to see those guys hitting 5th and 6th. Maybe one of them, Merrill, hits 3rd, right? But you don't have that big bat in the middle of the lineup. You don't have a good lefty starter, and you don't have a good lefty in the bullpen. A late inning setup or closer type of dude out of the bullpen like you had Tanner Scott. And to make matters worse, the Dodgers have him. Even with all the injuries they have to their rotation, they're still in first place. You're not beating this team as constructed. And if you keep making mistakes like you made today, and the bullpen keeps melting down like it has been, this team is going nowhere fast. They got moves to make. They have moves to make. There is no doubt about it. All right, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. And this is not me crapping on the Padres. I love this team. I do. But you got a super team up north up the freeway that spends $1 gazillion and defers every contract to where they'll be paying Ohtani's great-great-great-great-grandchildren, and maybe their assistant and personal guys can go and gamble money that we don't even know the truth about and spread lies and smear everything everywhere. But, I mean, I just like to attack the Dodgers. But what I'm saying is, man, with the payroll they have and the embarrassment of riches they have in their rotation, 3 MVPs in the lineup, you are not beating this team as constructed. Big bat in the lineup, preferably a left fielder or a first baseman, move Arise back to second. Cronenworth, put him in whatever deal, although he hit a couple balls hard today. Look, I don't want to crap on anybody. It's not my style, but even the rose-colored glasses that I see the world through are stained right now by this team. Nathan Lucas, the game-winning single, easy double play ball. Easy double play ball. 3-game sweep, season worst losing streak, 2-6. All right, we're going to unpack this a little bit more for you on the other side, take you through, give you the box, the rundown, all that good stuff. Turning point, player of the game, get you ready for the Atlanta series, but this was a game they should have won. Infield back, Schilt, infield back. Not afraid to say it. Look, we say it every day. I don't work for the team. I don't get paid by anybody with the team. We don't want anything or take anything or ask for anything from the team. So you get unbiased, unfiltered opinions and thoughts and hot takes on your team every day. But again, unless you're worried about the squeeze, which is what Javi and I were talking about, then you have the infield back. It's a tailor-made double play ball hit right at the shortstop, except, the shortstop wasn't there because the manager moved him. 7-6 Blue Jays. Jim Grieshaber. Call me Gries, GRIES, at Jim Gies _ on social media. Numbers been going through the roof lately. Really appreciate you guys, girls, and everybody in between. And I'll tell you this, okay, as we hit the break. Great deals from wonderful sponsors, but this is painful. It's painful to do. This was a win today. This was a win. And I'll let Mike Schilt off the hook on that. How do you not leave Suarez in the game? And I don't have the benefit of listening to a post-game show right now where hopefully someone in the media would ask him these questions and everybody wouldn't be like, hey, we're just happy to be here with our press pass and we don't want to rock the boat. You know what I mean? That's kind of where we've come to in sports today. Nobody challenging anybody anymore. And it's like, okay, just keep making those moves. Sink the ship. All that payroll down the drain. No chance against the Dodgers. No chance with this team as constructed. And when you give away games like they've been doing lately and like they did today, you had a nice win in the bag. You hit the road again. You go to Atlanta, and you got that positive win in your sails. And now it's like, really, again, here we go. But they have no first baseman, no left fielder, no big bat in the middle, no lefty starter, no lefty in the bullpen. So many holes. And I don't think they have an ace. So many holes for a team with this high of a payroll with these kinds of aspirations. And I'm sorry, right now, all they're not even aspirations. They're pipe dreams. They are pipe dreams. Look at my eyes. They are pipe dreams. Pipe dreams. You're not competing with the Dodgers as constructed. I thought maybe for a while there, the way they were hitting, but these extended offensive slumps just not getting the job done. Jim Grieshaber, call me Gries, GRIES. Thank you for being here, making us your first watch or listen every day. Locked On Padres podcast channel on YouTube. Of course, wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean. And of course, you down with OTT. Yeah, you know me, this whole party. It's not a party. It could be a party. We should be partying in Gaslamp celebrating a win, but no, they move the infield in with one out and runners on first and third. And of course, the ball goes right where the shortstop would have been. Take a quick break, tell you about an awesome deal from one of our tremendous sponsors, and then I will be back to give you the turning point player of the game. We'll go through the box. We'll get you ready for the Atlanta series. Former Cy Young Award winner on the mound for the Braves in Game 1 against Nick Pivetta. I'm Gries. It's the Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Subscribe, hit the bell, come on in, say what's up. We will continue. Un momento, por favor. I'm talking to all my skilled trades men and women out there. Yeah, man, skilled trades men and women are good and very hard to find, as we know. But hey, if you are one, you can get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online. Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need delivered fast from coast to coast. Need help with an order? No problemo. Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn. Join the Trademaster program today at supplyhouse.com/TM. Start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. That's supplyhouse.com on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Man, oh man, another tough one today for the Padres. And I know, like, you think I'm hard on Mike Shildt for this, but come on, man. There's no reason for the infield to be in with one out. It's first and third. You got a double play set up. And why was Robert Suarez not in the game? I actually need to hit on this before I get to the box score and all that, because this is something that really, the hard-hitting opinions, you guys love them, right? You tell me that a lot, and come on in and say what's up in the chat. But, when you look at what Suarez did in his inning, they brought him in. Jason Adam, came in and pitched an inning, struck a walk two. And, not the easiest inning for Adam. He's had control issues at times this year. And then you bring in Suarez. Look, he goes an inning, right? And he gives up 2 hits. And, of course, that run, the first hit right away, as soon as he comes into the game with a runner on second, ground ball up the middle, and he had the 1 strikeout. He threw 16 pitches. You bring in Estrada, and you know what I mean? The game gets blown. So the bullpen has not been great like it was early in the year. Taxed them a lot. I don't know if they have an ace, although King and Cease have been pitching really well lately. The offense not helping them at all. Both their last starts were really good. Reynolds had a good outing today, and Matsui as well. Kolek, 7 hits over 6 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. And, you're wasting good performances time and time again. Nathan Lucas, the game-winning single in the 11th over a drawn-in infield. The Blue Jays beat the Padres 7-6, 3-game sweep, 6 in a row now lost by San Diego. Gavin Sheets, 2 homers, 6 RBIs, had the RBI single that gave him the lead in the 11th inning, just like Luis Ariz had given him the lead in the 10th, and Suarez blew that one. So they had chance after chance after chance, Clase with the single off of Suarez, second save opportunity in 17 chances, but the second one in a row for Suarez. I don't believe he got a save. Let me see. Did he get the save against the Angels in that? No, the 9-5 game, he got ripped against Anaheim. Didn't get the save the next time out. So he's blown 2 consecutive save opportunities now. You know what I mean? Dalton Varsho, RBI triple off Jeremiah Estrada to start the 11th. They walk Addison Berger. Ernie Clement flies out, and then the drawn-in infield. Why? Why the drawn-in infield? 3 for 5 with 5 RBIs for Sheets, by the way. A blown save by Hoffman, Jeff Hoffman. Imagine that, a blown save by a guy named Hoffman, and the Padres don't even win that game, right? It's crazy. 3rd multi-homer game of Sheets' career. I just don't understand this, man. I don't know why that infield was in. I'm a baseball guy. I can't think of any reason other than the squeeze. It's a double play set up perfectly. He ended up hitting it right there. It's easy to be an armchair manager. I get it. Mike Shilt's a good manager most of the time, but I do think even the best, they have a tendency to overmanage, overcoach. You see it all the time in the NBA too. Why is the infield in? Even if you give them a pass on taking Suarez out. Probably don't want to have them give up more there. Maybe there's something they know behind the scenes that I don't know, and I'm killing them here, but I don't understand that. But again, they were 0 for 39 with runners in scoring position till Ariz got that hit. And then, of course, Gavin Sheets. So 2 for their last 2, if you're looking for that silver lining right now. And I guess Pivetta is going to pitch on Friday, and we'll see. But again, just a brutal loss for the Padres. Audience is just huge right now. Appreciate you guys. Come on in, smash that subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. I'm Jim Grieshaber. Call me Grease. Come say what's up in the chat. My social media, @JimGrease_, GRIES. And Javier Reyes, in case you were wondering and you hadn't noticed, he's been out for a bit. Got a throat thing going on. Going to be out till about Monday. I had offered to fill in with the network, but I think they want to leave it stat quo with me just doing this and him doing that. So it is what it is, but reach out to Javi. Wish him well. He will be back soon. All right, couple of things to do in a short time to do them in. This is just, man, when it's bad, and you just hope it gets better. Let me just take a look real quick before we wrap it up. I want to take a look at the standings and the scoreboard and What time do the Dodgers play today? They do not play today. They're off. And the Giants are off as well. And then the Diamondbacks, I mean, they're back 5 games. But the Padres lose again, and they are 3 games back now. Just unfortunate, because a week ago at this time, you're looking at a team that was 27-15. Now you're 27-21. And like I said, thank God you're only 3 games back. The Dodgers been losing, Giants been losing. You are now not, though, in second place anymore. The Giants are. They're a game ahead of you. So the third place Padres, losers of 6 in a row, 2 consecutive sweeps. And, the offensive anemia has gotten really bad. The bullpen hasn't been good, wasting quality starts. The starters have been the highlight of the team, right? And even Fernando's in a bit of a slump. Nobody's hitting with runners in scoring position. Jackson Merrill, a couple of hits today, snapping out of it. And obviously Gavin Sheets with a tremendous game today. A couple things to do, short time to do it in. Let's go, starting with, you know what's coming.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
The turning point was in the 11th inning, I believe, when 2 things. Mike Schilt didn't leave Robert Suarez in the game, and number 2, they bring the infield in with runners on first and third. No reason they should have lost this game. The game ends on an RBI single, right? That from Nathan Luquez, that was over a drawn in infield, that was literally hit right to the shortstop. Easy tailor-made double play, end the inning. Padres come to hit again in a tie game, and the game keeps going. But no, they brought the infield in. Sometimes you press, sometimes you overmanage, and it is what it is, all right? So there you have it. That was the turning point in this game, and I guess I'll throw this picture up so you can see. There's the Padres infield talking earlier in the game to Kolek, who pitched well again today. But again, little over management. They've been slipping as a pitching staff. I think the scouting reports have been either off or they're not paying attention to them like they should. Easy for me to say, but it's my job to point these things out. And I pick up on things that a lot of people don't after 35 years of doing this. All right, one more thing to do before we get out of here. Let's do it.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Player of the game, and this win or lose would have been the same dude. Look at this guy right here, Gavin Sheets, 2 2-run homers, one to make it 2-0 Padres early in the game, and that was the one. You get the lead. It was the second inning. It's 2-0 San Diego. One in the 9th inning to tie it, a 2-run shot in the 9th. Jackson Merrill on base both times, once a hit, once a walk. He had 2 hits today, and just unbelievable when you look at Sheets' game today. Had the RBI single in the 11th that put him ahead. If they would have gone true to plan, they might have won that game, and he could have really been the hero. But 3 for 5, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs, 2 runs scored for Gavin Sheets. Jackson Merrill, 2 for 4, 2 runs scored with a walk. Luis Arraez, 2 for 5 with an RBI single in the game. But other than that, man, Iglesias had a hit, and that was it. Again, the Padres not good with runners in scoring position. As far as the pitchers, I already gave you Kolek, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Matsui a scoreless inning, Reynolds a scoreless inning, Adam a scoreless inning, albeit with 2 walks. Suarez an inning, 2 hits and a run that tied the game. Estrada, the losing pitcher tonight, in a third of an inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and the walk. And it's funny how they call the ghost runner an unearned run, right? It's crazy. The Union and pitchers go crazy over that, but they couldn't get the Blue Jays out in extra innings. It didn't stop Gavin Sheets from having a tremendous game, and there he is in the dugout getting some love from his teammates. Played first today, had a big error in this game, though, led to an unearned run. So he giveth and he taketh away, but he was still a +4. You know what I'm saying? Still a +4. So Gavin Sheets, the player of the game. Smash that subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. And come on in, say what's up in the chat. I'm Jim Grieshaber. Call me Grease, host of your Padres Postcast right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. Thank you for making us your first watch or listen. Myself, Javier Reyes, Locked On Padres Podcast. Again, he'll be out for the rest of the week with a throat thing. Be back next week. Hopefully the Padres will get it going again. Holiday weekend is coming up tomorrow. Hope you're safe. What a place San Diego is for the holiday weekend. And, oh, man, can't wait to get on out there and enjoy that beautiful weather. And the summertime is here. It's not the official beginning of summer, but come on, Memorial Day is the beginning of summer. Again, 7-6 Blue Jays. 6 L's in a row, 2 sweeps in a row, heading to Atlanta. Pivetta and Sale on Friday, 4 p.m.-ish. First pitch will be here around 6:30, 7 o'clock with your Padres Postcast and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thank you so much for being here. One more thing to share with you before we go, and I absolutely love Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Make that a part of your day. Local analysis on a national scale on Locked On MLB, YouTube, or wherever you listen to your podcast. We'll be here Friday night after the game, and that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're only a day away. Until then, Jim Grieshaber, call me Grease. Thanking you for being here. And remind you to always keep your game tight and your mind right, San Diego. We are